podcast.
Bring your friends.
We're live.
We're
All
live.
right.
We are live. Good. Good.
This is gonna be a
We're
great
on.
one.
We have alcohol and peach crown, which I never.
Peach crown. Yeah, I had a guy send it to me in the mail as a gift, and then we drank enough of it that we sell the crown bags at shows now. So we just sign them and sell them.
Wait, what?
Yeah, and it comes with like 3 stickers, and people buy the shit out of them.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so yeah,
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
The Bandit in the house.
yeah, man, I'm glad to be here. We've been talking about it for what, 2 years?
Since I started.
Yeah,
Since I started. I had Tommy Chong, no big deal. Had him, had Larry Hankin,
Mhm.
Joel Thurm, just no deal.
yeah, man.
Didn't have the fucking Bandit that lived like 3 blocks from me.
I appreciate you having me on, man.
No, dude,
This
I
is
appreciate you coming.
this is my buddy Brandon here. He travels with me on the road. He's sidekick on the beer tasting with me. So yeah,
Cool.
I gotta ask you right away, because I've always wanted to know
yeah.
why the fuck the Bandit? I know why Copenhagen,
Well, it was a high school thing, so it was a name that I got in high school, and it just stuck with me. And I started making videos in high school, and that was like the name. So then when I started doing comedy, everybody was like, "Oh, it's a Copenhagen Bandit," so it just kind of stuck. And I got caught stealing chicken patty sandwiches and reselling them in high school.
Shut the fuck
So
up.
yeah, that's where the Bandit name came from. Yeah, no shit, dude. I was on some shit.
No, I thought it was from.
Hold on, let me
they
back
actually
up.
had,
Let me back it up a little. I don't know why it's being
You
weird.
could actually buy Copenhagen Bandits, a little package of.
Yeah, yeah.
So
yeah.
I thought it was.
That's wild.
Something
not
like
because
that,
you
yeah.
stole stuff.
Yeah,
But
well, Yeah, we're in the process of getting Copenhagen off of it right now. Like if you look at my merch and stuff, it says Bandit Comedy. So,
Okay.
did
Did they
Copenhagen
not- Did they not want
like
to?
that?
Did they not want to sponsor?
well,
you?
they can't do nothing because it's a name of a city. So
Oh,
I did not know
they really
that.
can't sue me or nothing like that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
Okay.
until they see this, and then there I go.
Go on a bit.
Yeah.
That's always one thing that's like real iffy with like names.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we're in the process of like getting this one done,
Yeah.
and it's like it's so weird how like that's a thing.
Mhm.
Like I have a friend who's doing an anime.
Mhm.
And one of the things that he has to do is he has to license, trademark, and copyright the name and the image of each
Yeah.
and every fucking character.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
what? He's each individual character.
Yeah.
And then he has to renew it, like, I think, in like 20, 30 years or some shit like that.
Yeah. Some asshole bought banditcomedy.com and he wants like $1,500 for it. So
I mean, where's he live?
I don't know. That's a fucking. So yeah,
Yeah.
Play the banjos, boys.
I'm better at making people laugh. I'm not good at the fucking
Bandit.
all the other parts. I had to file my taxes for the first time last year, and it was like, oh
Ooh.
fuck,
Should have come to me, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should have come
Well,
to me
I-
because I own my own businesses and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah.
Granted, I started a business horrible time
Yeah.
right before COVID. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Did know.
Yeah. And then everything resetted, but the taxes, and I know enough people that if something's wrong, like we can make a phone call and get
Yeah.
something solved. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
'Cause I
this
always
guy
go to the-
H&R Block. He said,
It's yeah, you should go to like the 1 million cups, dude. You should really try to go to those from now on. I don't know
Yeah.
if you work during the day and whatnot, but
Yeah.
you do, you work during the day?
Well, 3 days a week. So
Oh, nice.
just something to do to get out of the house.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
do you do?
Work at the airport, just moving bags and pushing planes around and shit.
Do you ever get people like they
All the time. All the time. Yeah. There was a plane coming in the other day and he sent me a message. He's like, I can't believe the Bandit just guided my plane. I can't sit at the house. Like comedy, there's only so much I can do,
Yeah.
before I get fucking bored. You can only make one video a week because if you make any more than that, then they shadow ban it and people don't fucking see it. So,
Well, the stuff that you talk about is fucking funny as shit, but it's like one of those things that people don't want to like really touch upon. It's like, oh no, we really don't fuck our cousins over here type of deal.
Yeah.
Like it's like when I talk about Puerto Rico and I'm like, Puerto Rico, there's 3.2 million people
yeah.
in an island that's 100 by 32.
Yeah.
Listen, at one point you're gonna fuck someone. Okay, like,
Yeah.
like it's the truth though. Like you gotta be careful, man, when
Or
you're
your
out
cousin.
dating or your cousin for like 17th time removed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But where did you start comedy?
Well, I started in Joplin, but I started in Miami, Oklahoma, because they had a comedy club down there that was at the top of a casino called the Looney Saloon, and it was upstairs, and I started going to open mics and shit there, and that's where it started. But then I would do open mics in Joplin, and everybody started hating me, so I started coming up here. And
Hating you.
Yeah.
Why?
that's the comedy scene around here, really. I mean, if you're good at comedy, it's like the other comedians just don't like you. You know,
I think that's anything.
yeah.
I think that's anything.
Well,
So-
yeah, that happens no matter
Mhm.
what you're doing.
Yeah, that happens,
Like
yeah.
when you're guiding an airplane, I'm sure nobody's like,
Yeah.
That motherfucker. He's so much better at me.
He's so much better with those.
I've had that in the
flight
interpreting world. I've had people like I teach classes and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Online.
Mhm.
I've had people that are like 20 years older than me being like, I've done this. I could have taught that. I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't see you here, my man. And you paid.
Yeah.
You're in my class now.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Isn't that everybody hated me? It's just the comedy scene's weird. You know, it's the closest thing to magic. We're fucking weirdos. You know, we like to make people laugh. We want people to hear us. And that's how we feel good about ourselves. Yeah.
Really good.
So it's, yeah, it's,
it's a little weird.
Yeah, that's the best explanation.
It's a
I've
little
ever heard,
weird.
yeah.
you know,
Mhm.
'cause
There we
I,
go.
I always thought it was like a magic trick.
Yep.
Yeah, really it is. You know, you got to hypnotize them. And if you fuck up one time, then, you know, you got to get them back. And
Yeah, then you
Yeah.
got saw a lady in half. It's just a, thing. It's a whole thing.
It's
Yeah.
just a pain, the whole thing. Jesus Christ, Eric. I don't know if it's a pain or not, but I think it's, I don't know, man. I always felt like comedy was a way to let out frustrations without going to see a therapist.
right.
But-
Yeah.
But at the same time, people are like, ha, that was really funny. It's like, yes, but that is coming sometimes, not all the time.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
sometimes it comes from a place of very, very a lot of
Dark place.
darkness.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's what a lot of the comedians who are natural, they got a lot of shit going on. You know, I have younger kids be like, well, what do I got to do comedy? I'm like, I'll be addicted to drugs, alcohol, sex, be fucked up somehow, and then you'll be all right at it. But if you got to go to comedy class, and you know, fuck it, don't even do it.
You think people are actually born funny?
Yeah, I do. I think so. You know,
If they need to
I
go
would
through
say.
enough trauma,
Yeah.
I think then the thing to say would be that you have to be born with like a lot of resilience, and at some point you just start laughing at it.
yeah,
Like that's just
Yeah.
that's just what I think, because that's just what I feel like. Because I tell you what, dude, out of all the things that I do, comedy is the one thing that if we had a genie and the genie's like, listen, Richard, I'm gonna make you really funny. But here's the thing: every time you go train at jujitsu, everyone's gonna tap you once. Even the 3-year-olds, they're gonna legitimately tap you somehow.
yeah,
One time, I would fucking take that. I would fucking take that to never bomb again.
yeah,
100%, I would do that.
yeah.
Like
Bombing sucks.
it
It
sucks,
does.
bro.
Yeah.
Losing in a tournament isn't as bad as bombing. Like I'm sorry for me personally,
Yeah.
because it's like, yeah, you're gonna go fuck my girl, but you're probably gonna do that anyways. You know what I'm saying? Like at least here, it's like, oh, like I gotta
could've
watch.
stopped it anyway.
Yeah.
I could have stopped clearly. Anyways, so it's like when you bomb, it's like, dude, people have asked me at the gym, and I'm like, ah, bro, it's soul crushing.
Yeah, you gotta, it's something you gotta do to get better. I mean, the key is to get to where you fuck up and people can't tell, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, yeah.
I've had one instance of that in 4 years,
Yeah.
and it was like, oh, this is a thing, and then it never happened again. That was like God. It's like I feel like God just plays with me. It's like, look, yes, this is good. Nah,
Yeah.
you're just gonna eat shit for a little bit. It's just what's gonna happen.
So what was your worst either show or open mic? What was the worst?
I've had a few because I do a lot of bars, so I get into some sketchy places.
Yeah.
We know. We toured with you.
yeah,
we
we-
know.
Well,
Yeah, we're well.
Man, there's been a few. I was at a place called the Ice Hole in Lake of the Ozarks, which was pretty bad. Because there was like a bunch of tweakers in there who weren't like ex-tweakers, but they were like permanently tweaking. And I
People were,
started doing the tweaker jokes, and it was just like, no.
oh God.
Yeah, it was a no-go. So,
Like this is not going well at
Yeah.
this point.
yeah.
Damn.
I can see that. Yeah.
Damn. Dude, why the bars though? I feel like bar comedy is like I don't get why everybody likes doing bar comedy.
Well, it's more the comedy clubs because they're still in that road dog age, and that's why a lot of them are going out of business. Because you know, you do comedy on Facebook, I don't want you being in a comedy club, and because there are some comedians that are online that go to comedy clubs and they don't do great. and then it kind of ruins it for the rest of us.
I
but,
could see it.
Yeah.
But they put seats and chairs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
They put asses in chairs. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I said that wrong. That's me being proud. And I'm drinking water. That's what's funny. Yeah,
Well,
dude.
it's tap water. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not that fancy. I'm like low middle, like lower middle class America, bro. Like we do just well
Yeah,
enough,
yeah,
my
it's not
man.
Avion.
Yeah, man, the comedy scene is interesting. That's why I kind of just keep to myself.
Yeah.
Like I
that's-
just go in and I just want to do work,
Yeah.
and if I fail, I fail, and we go back.
Mhm.
I've thought about
you-
opening a mic on Wednesdays though.
Yeah.
That's what I've thought about doing for like the longest time, because I feel like we need a mic on Wednesdays.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just hard around here because it's the same 5 comedians every week and their girlfriends. And, you
Yeah.
know, it's hard to do the same thing or work on new things in front of people who, and it's just different around here. You know, I hate to say, but people, it's around here, it's more of a I'm better game than a help each other game. You know what I mean? So I don't even do open mics anymore. I just try new shit in front of 130 people. And if it don't work, fuck them.
That's a bold, that's a bold thing to say.
How do you write then, or do you just wing it every night?
So I do write, but I'll get off on a little bit of freestyle shit. It just depends on the crowd, really. I almost never do. I feel like I never do the same thing. It's kind of the same format, but it's never the same joke. Like I'll add something or change something. But really what I do is I break it down into 5 or 10 minute pieces. And then that's how I kind of line it up in my head. So I know where to go
Okay.
next. You know what I mean? And
You have set lists on the chair sometimes.
no,
I like to do that.
Yeah, I've never done it. It probably would have helped me at a few shows, but
Some people, what they do is like Luna was the one who told me about this, right? And like I never did it. And then Adam Gable was like, "Oh yeah, I do that, but I don't do it like that. What I do is if I'm doing like a set for recording, I'm gonna write the first 3 words out of each joke that I'm gonna hit.
yeah.
And then that way I know where to go and I
Yeah.
know where to end."
Mhm.
And I was like, "Oh shit." So that's how I do it. And it helps me because I
Yeah.
can just quick look and then I'm good. Some
Yeah.
people write things.
Yeah.
Like Luna, he'll write things
Mhm.
and then he'll just go from there and stay in pockets.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like
I'm-
Luna's
I'm
really
just-
good at that.
Yeah, I'm just glad nobody got Luna's notebook because it will say like cheerleader, hot dogs, kidnapping. I'm like,
Cheerleader,
what
hot
the hell?
dogs, kidnapping Obama,
Yeah,
steal some
I'm
cities.
saying,
I've always had trouble like even writing jokes down because like I'll do it in my head or I'll think of it and it comes out like vomit and then it's just kind of there. Like I don't even really write jokes down. It's just once I think of it, I have it, and then you know, because when I write it down and then I go back and read it, I'm like, well, this isn't what I wanted because it doesn't sound like it does to me, which sounds fucking weird, but yeah,
Well, everybody, I just wonder because everybody has a
Yeah.
different
yeah,
way of doing it. 'Cause I'll write the premise of a joke and not longhand it, but you get the gist of it.
yeah,
And then
Yeah.
once I got the joke where I want it, then I'll
yeah, for
longhand
sure,
it.
yeah,
But that's the way I do it.
Eric does the rule of 3 a lot. Like
Well, it
he
works.
does it pretty well, where it's like he'll do 3 things. He'll do 3 things that are negative and 3 things that are positive on the same joke.
yeah,
And it's like somewhere you're gonna get a fucking laugh.
yeah,
It's like you can't,
yeah,
you can't fight that.
yeah, for sure.
You can't fight that. I enjoy comedy, man. I love the fuck out of it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So I got burnt out a little bit on it last year because I was traveling so much, but then
Mhm.
you know, trying to change my schedule up and right back to loving it. So, you know, when you go to West Virginia and do a comedy show for 10 people, it's like, what the fuck am I doing?
It
Yeah.
happens, man. It happens. So,
No,
dude,
that
I tell you what,
feeling
those
well.
10
Yeah.
people, those 10 people, they better add me on my fucking
Yeah,
Instagram.
yeah,
I'll tell
absolutely.
you what, you 10
Yeah.
better add me. We did a show one time for like 3 people.
Yeah.
And by God,
Yeah.
those people even like the podcast.
Yeah.
Like
Nice.
the
Good.
3, yeah, dude. That's the kind of fans that I like to have. That's
Yeah.
why we're like growing slowly. But it's like one of those things that it's like I enjoy the fuck out of this.
Yeah.
Comedy is just one of those things that it's like so new to me. And
Yeah.
it's so wild because I started comedy when the whole Me Too stuff and like the whole banning people and
Yeah.
canceling them. And I was
Yeah.
like, I don't get this. Like
We still need this, man. We get banned on TikTok every week just going live. So they're
Dude,
still banning people every
what do they
week.
ban you for?
It's usually hatred or bullying, usually, but hate speech, bullying. Somebody says, you know, fuck or something like that. And TikTok's like, can't have that on here. But Gina, you know, if I had an ass and tits, my job would be way easier. Because I'd be on there shaking my shit, boys. I'm fat. I have to be funny.
Would you have an OnlyFans that's just
Oh,
you
yeah,
saying-
absolutely. Yeah.
It's just you saying
Absolutely,
jokes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It would be just you saying jokes.
Yeah,
Naked though.
Yeah, that's a good one. I
That's-
haven't thought about that. I have had a few girls ask me to make OnlyFans, and I'm like, I just don't know. You know,
What?
they're like, "What do you want?" Like at a truck stop in Virginia, here's my dick. Like, what do you want? You know? Like I'm in a hotel with 4 dudes on the road doing comedy.
Oh
Like I don't really have much to
God.
show you.
Oh my god, I'm fucking
Not very
dying.
around.
Yeah.
In West Virginia, dude,
Yeah.
that could be a thing. Like you could just put your testicles on
Every state.
on every
Mhm.
state. Yeah, that dude.
Here's how my balls look in South Carolina.
Here's how my
Tomorrow we'll
balls
go
look.
to the state line.
Yeah. But yeah.
Didn't Ari Shafir do something like that? He used to hide like drugs and stuff like that, and he'd like post a picture, and he actually got in trouble. He's talked about it on This Is Not Happening.
Yeah, I
It's
did.
like
yeah.
it was like that you could do the same thing. Like where's Bandit's balls?
Well, hey,
Dude, you could totally market that though.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. You could market it, and then the thing is you'll put like I can't believe I'm doing this. Dude, no. Here.
no, what you do is you take the Crown Royal bag.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, that would be merch. If they want an OnlyFans, you put your balls on that bag,
Yeah.
they'll buy it.
Like I wore like this sack under my sack.
The
for a long
sack.
trip.
Yeah.
There you go.
Put
Put your balls in another.
Yeah. Okay.
And then what you do is you'll put in what state is the Bandit's balls at, and you'll put like trivia, like this state was the first to be. Oh, bro, that would be it. And then you do a trivia like a month later, people won't remember.
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, I feel like the FBI.
Well,
would
you're
be
half,
on that.
you're half right. It was in Arkansas and Missouri.
Rest number one. Wait, that's the one with the McDonald's, right?
Right.
Yeah, I think that's the
Yeah.
first one. That's the first one.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just straddle the line and yeah.
You just stayed at that McDonald's, bro, and put your testicles. I feel like that would be a lawsuit, though.
In McDonald's, I think so.
Maybe.
Yeah,
It
You
could
think
be.
so?
Yeah, probably.
especially if they're near the Golden Arch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or the playpen.
Where would you put your balls in? Like in St. Louis, where would you put?
Oh, dude. If I had a place,
It's got to be.
I don't know. St.
it's-
Louis is one big ghetto. So there's really not a place that I'm like, man, you know, if I'm gonna slap the sack somewhere. I mean,
The Arch.
yeah, I'd probably hit it with something. You know what I mean? Yeah. So my plan.
What the fuck is that man doing? Just the Bandit slapping it there.
No, I'm just wondering, how'd you get into parking airplanes?
Oh, I've been so really when I first started comedy, and you know, I had to have a day job, of course. So I started working with airplanes and dropping an FBO, which is like a private airport. And then I became a manager there. And then when I moved up here, I got hired on with well, I'm not gonna say the company name because
You know.
Yeah.
I get
You
it.
know.
But,
I get it. I get it.
but I got hired on up here, and just you know, I've been playing with airplanes for 7 years, probably about. So
Damn.
yeah,
Damn.
Okay.
That's a while.
I was just curious. 'cause
yeah,
I worked with airplanes myself.
okay,
so-
yeah,
Yeah, we were
I,
in the Navy. That's part of what
okay.
you had to do.
yeah,
Which I would not want to do that.
yeah.
I would. No, I'm good. What if the brake doesn't work?
Right. Yeah.
Which you normally have to worry about the guy inside, not the aircraft. So,
What do
in
you have to worry about?
Listen, yeah, I've met some people that fly airplanes that are questionable.
Dude, and that license for like to be a pilot is a bitch to get.
Yeah, yeah,
Like it is not like,
tell me about
dude,
it.
I don't qualify. I don't qualify. But I've seen some people, bro, that I'm like, you're a pilot? Like pilots are like the Marine Corps of like the fucking, you know, civilian world. Cause like
Yeah.
every pilot that I meet, they're just like, yeah, I'm a pilot. Delta.
yeah,
I have some class.
Yep.
Like I feel if you
Yeah,
fly
they
for
sound just
Spirit,
like people that went to the Air Force.
hmm
if I went to the Air Force. They figured it out. Someone made a post saying, "I would love to know, who, why is it that I never see a Ferrari with a sticker that says I'm so proud of my soldier, Marine, or whatever." And the first thing I said was, I was like, because no one that joins the military also has a Ferrari. No one, no one smart enough to have a Ferrari would join the military.
Plus,
Yeah.
plus, why would you want to run the finish on that?
Yeah, yeah. And also those people, if they join the Coast Guard and the Air Force. And bro, the amount of like laughs that were people were like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm not saying anything untruthful. That's the truth. You look
Yeah.
at the Air Force people and it's like, oh wow,
Yeah. 'cause
damn.
Believe it or not, we were down detachment down in Key West.
Mhm.
We went in this barracks room, and the whole barracks was like this. Literally trash. Somebody left the windows open and it rained. So when I walked in, the rug was wet. It was wet. It would actually make the squishy sound.
Yeah.
That's how wet it was.
Damn.
That's
The
what
Air
actually-
Force was there too, because we were doing training with them.
Yeah.
And they said this was not to Air Force standards. So they moved to the Hilton. They put them up in the Hilton. You know what?
I've seen that happen, bro. I've seen that happen.
We stayed in that just mildew filled carpet with all the water in there.
The
Yeah.
Marines would be told to sleep outside. They're like, this is
We
too nice
stayed
for
in there.
y'all.
We stayed there.
This is
We told them, hey, there's water everywhere. It'll dry out.
Yeah.
How? How is it going to dry out?
see, but at least you had a place to sleep.
Yeah,
what
after
I'm
I moved
saying.
the beer cans off the bed.
Oh no, see, that's where I draw the line, I guess. Dude, I gotta ask you this. You really like drinking.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. On the
You-
occasion.
What is it that is it just like a social thing? Is it like it's just like
Well, I believe it's other people's fault. And by other people, I mean women. So,
I'm just glad you didn't blame your dad.
yeah, no. So that's really where it stems from, you know.
God,
That's not wild, you know. If we're doing something on the weekend or something, you know, it might get turned up a little more. But like when I'm at home during the weeks, I usually don't drink. I'll have like maybe 1 or 2 beers and go to bed. But you know, if I'm at a dirt track, you know, we'll sell Springfield Raceway on a seltzer just to be assholes.
Of course.
So
I get that.
yeah,
I get that.
I feel like in the military, I remember because like people like give people shit when they're like, oh, I have like a drink a night.
yeah,
It's like, bro, I remember people who would like they'd be outside with just a bottle of Jack every day.
yeah. That's a lot.
Then
Yeah,
they'd go to sleep and
Yeah.
then go run 10 miles the next day.
Yeah.
It's like, God, that's a
Yep.
lot of hatred.
It is.
A lot of hatred, bro.
And there's more than one of them.
Yeah,
Just
there's
one
the
person.
thing. You
There's
get
a-
around.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Ugh, I don't see the problem with just having a drink. I
yeah.
mean,
Well, a bottle's a drink to some people.
under what a reasonable person would consider a drink. God, you got me out here like I'm a lawyer
It's
or
starting to
something.
talk like lawyers.
This motherfucker. This
Because
motherfucker.
the doctor asked me that not too long ago. He's like,
Did he?
do you drink too much? It's like for the average sailor, no. Just the right amount, actually.
Dude, so what you got going on? I see that I don't know if you want to talk about this, but I saw that you were trying to go to Nashville.
Yeah, so we're booked up until the middle of July right now. Trying to get in Nashville, which I used to go to Nashville twice a year, but the bar guy that I got a hold of, he's like one of those old retired dudes who owns a bar and he just owns a bar to own a bar.
Oh,
So it's
okay,
kind of
he-
hard to get
yeah,
a hold of, so that's been the problem there.
he doesn't want change. is the
Yeah,
thing.
he just-
yeah.
Doesn't have the
Hmm.
to email somebody back, so we'll get back there eventually. It's just about finding the right place. So
I've been to Nashville once.
yeah.
Yeah, it was wild.
Yeah, I love Nashville. So Nashville and New Orleans are my favorite cities to go to.
Damn.
Yeah,
Never
I
been to
never-
New
never-
Orleans.
never
Yeah.
been to Nashville.
Really?
I've been,
Oh,
I
we'll
was in
have to go.
Memphis.
yeah,
We'll
where I
have to
went.
go.
Yeah.
Nashville is. I went to go watch a UFC event, and we ended up losing our tickets. Long story. So yeah, long story, bro. So long story short, we just ended up partying, and we ended up meeting these chicks that were sorority sisters that got mad because a friend of ours flashed her, and it was just a whole thing. Like he was very drunk, and yeah, yeah, there was just dicks flashing, like balls exposed, throwing bottles at
You sure you
people,
wasn't
type
there
of
already?
shit. No, God, no.
Yeah.
I heard that New Orleans is wow,
It is. It's
fucking
pretty
wild.
wild.
Like
It's
Puerto
a good
Rican
time.
December wild.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like,
It's fun.
dude, when you going to Puerto Rico to do a show?
I don't know.
You don't know?
We got a lot of people in Canada and Australia, so that's two that one day we'll try to hit. So,
Really?
yeah.
Canada? Damn, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, there's
Just-
Is
quite a
like in
few.
Vancouver, or you have a certain spot, or
Yeah.
I'm not really sure. They just get in the comments and scream Canada. So it's,
Oh, okay, yeah.
yeah,
So
it's somewhere.
somewhere.
But there's a lot of them though, so it's like,
Okay.
yeah, the Canadian following's pretty thick, and
We have, and this is gonna sound real funny compared to your numbers, but we got like at least now like 1,900 subscribers from Barbados.
good.
That's weird, bro. Like I still don't know how.
we looked up where Barbados is at.
Yeah, it's like south of Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
So it's like to this day, like we talk about it, and it's like I remember we started like, hey, shout out to Barbados, but shout out to Barbados, and all of a sudden it was 400, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And then like 2 months later, it's like 600. I'm like, all right, this is getting out of hand. 1,100. I'm like, this is really getting out of hand.
Yeah, it was in the St. Michael.
Yeah, in St. Michael, 99.9% of them,
Yeah.
like almost everybody's
Oh,
from
good,
there,
man.
Yeah.
That's follows a follow.
Yeah. I mean, shit, we might do a show there. You never know.
Yeah.
Go over
Yeah.
there and bomb, I guess.
Well, it
It's
was kind of neat because we looked it up, and it used to be a monarchy.
No, okay.
I think so. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not anymore. It's like what?
They just
4 years
legalized
ago?
weed like a few years ago too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like you can buy it recreationally, I believe.
Yeah.
Could be wrong, but if I'm wrong, somebody just email me and
Somebody
correct
from
me.
Barbados. just send
Yeah,
us an
somebody from
email.
Barbados. But yeah, it's like really weird. Like, do you ever feel weirded out when you got like a fan in like a remote area that you're like, oh fuck, all right, that's
Mhm.
Yeah. The people in Arkansas creep me out. Yeah, when I go down there, dude, it's different.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Why is it different?
Because it's dude, it is. As soon as you go over the border, it fucking changes. Everything changes.
I would have to.
I think
agree.
if you
I
go
would
across
agree,
any
yeah.
border, things change a little bit.
Yeah. But dude, Arkansas, my last show
What
was at
happened?
it was at the Looney Bin in Little Rock.
Mhm.
And like people have like Confederate flag tattoos and overalls on in the front row, you know. Like I'm a redneck, but I'm not hillbilly. You know what I mean? And down there it gets wild. I had a bar owner try to fight me in Arkansas one time.
What
Yeah.
did you do?
Nothing. He was just upset, dude. They were having a foosball tournament. And I was like,
Okay.
hey, yeah, you never heard of that. Well, it's fucking Arkansas, right? So they're doing it. And I'm on stage, dude, and these dudes,
Oh,
like, I've
fuck.
never seen someone play foosball so violently. It's fucking just, I don't even know. It just hitting the knobs.
Did you start roasting him? then?
Yeah, I was like, what's
Oh,
happening? I was like, can you shut this down? Oh, the fucking foosball, this goddamn playoffs. Give a fuck. Can you lose? Yeah. Yeah, like what is happening? You know what I mean?
That's so much
ESPN
worse.
Ocho was there, so
Yeah.
ESPN Ocho. Oh my
Yeah.
god. ESPN Ocho. No.
Because every time I go to Arkansas, something happens. The first time I ever went to Arkansas in my life to do comedy, I was at a self checkout and a dude in track cleats tried to fight me at the self
And
checkout.
what?
Track cleats.
What is that?
Like that you run track with? I don't know. He had some fucking spiked shoes
some
on. Yeah.
spike- Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Short shorts on and
Shorts.
yeah. So
How can you take somebody in shorts seriously?
yeah, I couldn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to like figure out. Is like, how
and
can
the
you
self
take?
checkout no less.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
the thing.
yeah. So it's every
Oh.
time. It never fails. Last time we were in Arkansas, we had to drive home the same night. We got back home at 4 a.m.
I figured out what the audio problem was. It was me. I forgot to press the number one so I could hear it. So this whole
Oh.
time I've been like, oh, God, this hurts. Yeah. Audio problems, y'all.
Yeah.
This is why we need Danny. Oh man. Dude, that's I'm still dying over the foosball tournament.
Oh yeah, it's You run into some stuff on the road. It's crazy.
Well, that's true. We
Yeah.
we run
Yeah,
our
we ran
fair,
into.
fair share of stuff on the
Yeah.
road.
Yeah.
And
It's
We had a guy
we
one
tell
time.
somebody and nobody believes us.
Yeah,
It's
we
like,
had a guy one time when we ordered from McDonald's. He forgot Leighton's order, and I go, "Hey, my man, you forgot this." And the guy was like, "Oh, okay, no problem." And then he runs out. He hands me the bag and he goes, "My mama said that I need to work out, but I work out here and I got my pit bull downstairs in my basement. You want to see my pit bull?" And I grabbed the food and just took off. Yeah, this motherfucker's laughing, and I'm like, bro, I feel like this dude tried to make friends with me, and that's how he makes friends.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
want to come see the
I guess
bitch?
you look like you like pit bulls.
This motherfucker. That's how they lure me in. That's how
It's in
Richard
the
died.
basement.
Yep,
In the
that's how Richard
basement.
died. Richard, I have 12 Shih Tzu, miniature Shih Tzus downstairs in my basement. I'm on my way, bro. Yeah, I'm on my way. I
Yeah.
love dogs too much, man. I love dogs too much.
Yeah, your first thought be, why are you keeping them in the basement?
This is so weird. Why is it completely covered in tile? It's real quiet in here.
Yeah.
You ever gone to a fan's house to hang out?
No, but I've been offered and I can just never do it.
Yeah.
There was a fan in Ohio that we did go hang out with, and he had like side by sides, and we went and rode them around like hundreds of acres. So I have
Oh,
done shit like
shit.
that,
Okay.
but I've never just like went over to somebody's house, you know.
Like Bill
Yeah,
Murray
that-
style.
yeah,
Just show up.
yeah.
I agree.
Shit gets weird, you know. People are weird.
Yeah, people. Well, I don't think it's that people are weird. People just get weird around celebrities.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like no matter what level, like
Yeah.
if you do well and you
Yeah.
have whatever the fuck, people get nervous and they
Yeah.
get weird.
Mm-hmm.
They get all weird, man. That's never happened to us though. So
No.
I'm so glad though. Cause I'm like, I don't know how to react when people are weird to me. I just look at you like I stare at you like this. And then it's like it gets even more awkward now. You're like, like it just gets awkward.
Yeah,
but
especially when they go like, friends forever.
I had somebody say that to me.
Really?
Yeah, I had somebody who was a fan of the show that he wanted to take a picture, and I added him on Facebook. He goes, "Now we're friends forever." And my wife, right next to me, goes, and like it just got so weird.
Yeah.
It got so weird, like so weird. People in my wife's job listen to the show.
Nice.
Yeah, it's weird.
They didn't fire her for some reason. That's good.
Could you imagine? Like that's exactly why they didn't fire you, Bridget. You got to tell us who's the next guest. We won't fire you. Listen, we'll forget this. You don't even have to show up to work. So if anybody at Mercy's listening. Oh man. So what else is new, brother?
Not much. Just on the road. Been racing, dirt track racing. We started last year, so
You
we're
got your
starting to get into
own?
that. Yeah, we had an enduro car, and
Break that down like I'm a child. I
yeah.
get it now.
So enduro. So basically, just fucking car with a roll cage in it and no rules.
Oh fuck.
So like they're not gonna stop the race unless you flip over or somebody fucking catches on fire or something wild, you know. And it's like 60 laps of just mayhem. So
60
I did
laps?
that twice, yeah. And I've never been more scared in my life than the first time.
Well, that's
Why? I
open
did it.
wheel too, isn't it?
Yeah. So like, dude, people have minivans and shit out here, you know, that are spray painted. Yeah, and I was like, I just want to know if I can do it, you know. And then I'll get out of this and move up, which is what I'm doing now. But yeah, it was wild.
No, I did have a question
Yeah.
for you because you had well, first of all, you had the drill dough and then it got stolen.
God damn it. We're gonna
Yeah,
talk about
yeah.
this.
And did you ever? Of course, I'm going to talk about it.
Can you
What
explain?
happened?
I'll
Did
pull
you
it
get
up.
it back?
Yeah, so I got it back, and then we started taking it on the road with us to shows, and we would like display it on a table so people could take pictures with it or whatever. Like people love the fucking thing. And one day it was just gone, and we found the guy. He had it down his pants, like you would put a gun in your pants. But this is a foot long dildo, so like
The fuck?
you can see it through his
They
pants.
confiscated-
Yeah,
Is
it's
this
like one of
the-
these fucking foosball bars. And he's got it down his pants, and I'm like, dude, you stole the drill dough. I can see it. So we had to stop taking it on the road, and it just got out of hand. And somebody gave that thing to me as a gift. brought it to a show.
I
Gave me a
remember-
GoPro and the drill dough, and I was like,
God,
wow.
the drill dough of your
Yeah.
discretion. Hold on.
Yeah, that
The
seemed-
ex-girlfriend got away with the GoPro, but I wasn't letting her take the drill dough. So
that
yeah,
is mine.
yeah. You know, thank God. I mean, that thing I probably made 4 or 5 videos with it, and it was just,
Let me see.
you know.
Seen this new drill dough thing they just came out with, but my lambs.
Was that it?
No, that was before I got it. That's why the guy brought it to my
Oh
show.
my God.
Because he's seen this and he's like, ordered a real one. And it came in a case. It had fucking plug-in,
No, I remember.
safety vest.
Yeah, I had a
Yeah.
safety vest
Yeah.
and everything. I
Like,
remember
yeah,
the I have,
attachments.
I
Yeah.
have a picture
Yeah.
somewhere with it.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
surprised they
it was
come
like
with goggles.
that was like the first show that I ever did with you.
Where do you have to be at in your sex life to think this is a good idea? Can't even imagine the person who invented this shit. Hang on, Martha. I want to run down to the garage, get my DeWalt and my full batteries. I'll be right back. Hook that dildo up to the end of my drill bit and rock them guts. I want a special order one that plugs in the 220.
Bro, I remember the first time G King came down and we did a show with you and G,
Yeah.
and fucking you brought it out, and I was just like, this is amazing. This is like being back in the barracks.
Yeah.
This is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And people are like, "Oh, it's awesome, dude." So,
Yeah.
So you like kept it somewhere?
It's in the closet. I got to dig it out somewhere. When I moved to Springfield, it was packed up and I just haven't unpacked it because I'm always on the road and shit. So
You think if you like, I don't want to say,
Yeah.
I don't want to say it. Hold on.
I thought about bringing it back, but I don't know if it'd fly nowadays.
I would.
Yeah.
yeah, I would. Think
Yeah.
so.
I think Facebook would be all right.
I mean, here's the thing. This is what a lot of comics do, because like they have that problem. And I've talked to comics that like they do this. Like what they do is they'll post some stuff on YouTube that's like cool,
Mhm.
and then on their Patreon or like on their OnlyFans, like some people
Mhm.
do OnlyFans just because it's funny, I guess.
Yeah.
And then they'll put like the spicy content in there on YouTube, but they put it like protected, right?
Yeah.
So like I have to add your email in order for you to have access.
Okay.
And then that's how they make most of their money. Because
Okay.
if not, dude, like what happens is I don't want to name them because this conversation's like just it's like business conversations.
Yeah.
That I was like, hey, how do you like not lose your account? Because I've seen you do comedy,
Mhm.
and this person's like, oh, it's easy. This is what I do.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, he's like, yeah, because not everybody's gonna want to, see that. So it's like, oh, you want to see that? You got to pay, because if not, I lose it.
Yeah.
And now everybody's gonna have a blue mark though. So
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
that way you're.
I just personally think the cancel culture is dying out myself. That's what I think.
No, it's dying out.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
They won't give me a blue check mark. I've tried. So,
No,
I'm
you
not,
can-
I'm not getting it ever.
You can
Even when I
get
can
a-
pay for it, they're begging. Nah, still not getting it.
We've seen your act. You're not getting it. You're not getting it.
So we've seen what you do. It's a no for us.
Yeah.
It's a hard pass. I think I've had one video and I can't remember what it was. There was something that there was a GIF that I posted that has a Liam Neeson, that line from Taken,
Oh yeah.
and he's like, "I will find you and I will kill you." Because we started getting like hundreds of messages from like, my friend, you want to have podcasts on big, I give you 5,000 downloads every episode. And I'm like, $25.99. And I'm like, bro, stop. Like, I started like blocking them. So we said to the next scammer offering podcast growth services, Rico. And then Facebook's like, this promotes murder. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
all right, I
Yeah.
guess it kind of does.
Well, at least they told you. They just
Oh,
deleted my
dude, yeah,
Facebook
but
page.
that's how you protect that, is you just
Mhm.
make a Patreon. And dude, that's a great explanation. Like
Yeah.
especially someone with hundreds and thousands of fans, bro.
Mhm.
Because yeah, man, because like you're just gonna keep getting fucked, dude. You're
Yeah.
just gonna keep getting
Well,
fucked.
knock on wood, Facebook, since TikTok's taken off, they've stopped fucking with me. So they unbanned all my pages, monetized me,
Nice.
Oh,
all that
nice.
shit.
There you
Yeah.
go.
So they
But
knock on wood, but
still,
yeah.
man, I see like that anxiety, you could get rid of that anxiety if you opened up the Patreon and it's like, hey
Mhm.
man. And dude, I would do like a video just straight
Yeah.
up. Listen, this is dude, it's happened 6 times to you? From everything.
Oh yeah, yeah, more than that.
More
yeah.
than that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
more than 6 times. So
Yeah. So it's like, how much money are you losing every time that happens?
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
well, I can
exactly.
just post this for Facebook, and then this is for the Patreon.
yeah,
And it's like you just make it dirt cheap.
yeah,
That's what people do, like $3.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's it, or $2 if you really want to.
yeah,
The price of whatever a can of that's how you can market it. The price of whatever can of your favorite beer
For
is.
less,
yeah, yeah.
Bush,
less
Bush Light.
than
You're a Bush. No, you're a
Starbucks.
Crown man. I forget.
I'm a
Crown.
Crown man.
I would have never thought that you were a Crown guy.
Well, I've been on a diet for 6 months, so I haven't had like regular beer in a while.
So you just
Yeah.
hooked the Crown.
Crown and seltzers, yeah, because
Okay.
like 6 beers. Somebody told us that it's like a loaf of bread. So
No, 6 loaves of bread.
yeah,
One
6
beer
loaf-
equals 6 loaves of bread.
six-
One
in-
beer
in
and 6 loaves of bread.
In terms of carbohydrates and the way that it's processed when wheat and alcohol is combined like that, when it gets broken down.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a shit ton.
Yeah,
That's a lot of bread.
yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Why do you think I don't drink? It's a shit ton of bread, bro. I can't
Well,
afford that.
I thought you would drink. You see, every time we do a podcast,
I sometimes fake it. Like people
Yeah.
will see me, I'll pour, and then I'll just pour water in it, and I'm just like drink.
yeah.
I'm like, dude, I hate being dehydrated, man.
Yeah, yeah,
It's like the number one thing that I hate being is just fucking dehydrated, because it's just I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just weird. That's one of those things. Like water's like a weird thing to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like too much of it, you can get waterboarded.
Yeah.
Too little of it, you'll probably fucking die. Like there's no in between with water. I feel like.
yeah.
Well, you could die of alcohol poisoning, but I try not to take it that far.
I feel like if you practice enough, you won't. Right?
That's what the Navy taught me.
Who hurt you? Who hurt you? Dude, I love your style of videos. Like how often are you like, oh, this is gonna be a banger video? And then how often are you like, God, I fucking hate this, but I gotta post something.
Usually, when I say I hate it, everybody loves it, and then when I'm like, "Oh, this is a banger," it's like mediocre, So it just depends, really. I try to write at least one a week, if not one a week, one every 2 weeks. So I try to constantly keep it going, and try not to be a character. Everybody thinks that my voice is fake and shit, and I'm like, no, this.
Oh
is
yeah, I
it.
remember when
Yeah.
G King met you, and he
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, that's not a character."
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I was like, "No, it's not." He's like, "It's a character."
Yeah, I was on a podcast last week, and of course they were live on something, and someone was in the comments was like, "Quit the fake voice," and I'm like, I can try to not talk like my normal self.
I don't
It just
know.
doesn't work.
That sounds creepy. That sounds creepy. That sounds like you want to sell me something
Yeah,
that I
yeah.
don't want.
Yeah, so
Jesus, no. That's crazy that people would think that it's
yeah.
that's just wild to me.
Well, there's just so many comedians out there who are actors. There's a lot of them who
wannabe
just
actors, you mean.
play a character, and then they try to go on stage as a character, and it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We've had
it doesn't work for me either. I don't like trying to play character.
Yeah.
nah, Eric is just a little gayer on stage. Just a little bit. People just don't
No.
notice it. It's very subtle. It's like
Richard's a lot gayer behind the
Oh.
scenes. So
100%.
yeah,
100%. All the love, bro.
yeah,
All
I
the
know.
love.
I've seen him shower more than once. Not on purpose. It's horrible.
He just throws money at me though. Like that's the thing. Who's gonna say no to that? If somebody's
Right.
throwing you
Yeah, but-
hundreds while you're taking a
Yeah,
shower,
hundreds of quarters. Okay, let's get that straight. Okay.
Shit.
dude, it's so good to have you in town though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's
Pretty good.
it's been great.
How are you liking it? How are you?
I like it.
listening?
Yeah, it's a lot better than Joplin. So
I love this
it's
place.
a lot more shit to do. There's the same amount of tweakers, but they've segregated them.
Yeah, they
part
don't-
of town.
They don't fuck with you either.
Yeah, no, they
Like,
don't. Yeah.
that's
Yeah, I see tweakers up here, and they're like, "Hey, Bandit, I love your shit, man. I ride a fucking moped." Like they're cool with it. And then I go back to Joplin, and they like send me death threats.
Hold on, how the fuck is a tweaker watching your shit? He hasn't sold his phone to watch your shit.
Oh, trust me, they're watching. They're watching. Yeah.
It's a higher class of tweakers.
Bro,
over
could
here.
you imagine how many tweakers would subscribe to your Patreon?
Oh yeah, yeah, they love it. I've got a Patreon, so I think as I do that and cameos, I do a lot of those. So
Oh, really?
yeah,
I
Mhm.
never understood those.
Yeah, people will be like, you know, me and Martha, we've been together for 25 years. And, you know, we're big Bandit fans. Could you just tell her I love her and roast her, tell her she's a fucking cunt? Like, yeah, for $25, whatever.
For $25, I will
Yeah,
definitely.
easiest fucking money I've ever made.
Bro, you need that in Spanish? I'll help you, my man. Learn the need 25.
Yeah, it's wild.
We are fanáticos del bandido. They say
Mm.
they're fans. Quiero que le diga chinga tu madre.
Yeah.
He wants you to cuss his mother out in Spanish. That would be weird, bro. Have an accent like that and be Hispanic. I don't know how that would work.
Well,
I can't visualize that.
They kind of got a little weird for a minute because there's some like I got a few stalkers out there that like follow me and Brandon around. Like we'll be at a racetrack,
So
and
like
they'll just show up.
So like stalker, like
Yeah,
like
like-
you're getting
Yeah,
pockets of
so
hair and shit?
following us around, and sometimes like there's this one girl like at once every 2 weeks she'll buy a cameo and just be like, I just want you to tell me hi. Just want you to tell me hi.
How much is she paying?
The $25 every 2 weeks. So
Easy
Bro.
money.
Bro,
you know,
easy
yeah,
money.
it's
Tell it to her in Spanish. You like hola.
yep. And then shit got real weird because they drilled the gas tank. You know, they came over to my house. Somebody did drilled holes in my gas tank, drained the gas out of it. So
They didn't die.
That sounds like tweakers.
yeah, there had to be. And it's either someone just trying to get gas or it was like a retaliation for something I said in the video. But you know, at that point, you know, I fucking went out and bought a piece and
Yeah, you gotta put cameras in the house too. man.
yeah,
That's
mhm,
a thing.
yeah.
I love when people used to. I remember when I was younger, people would say, "Oh, people who have cameras are drug dealers."
Mhm.
Bro, fuck that. I got cameras. You're
Yeah.
fucking crazy, bro. I
Yeah.
don't know who's at the front of the door.
Uh-huh.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Well, I have a camera and a Smith and Wesson, so I won't cover my base.
You go shooting often?
Not too often, really. My family does. When I go back home, I always tell myself now that I moved up here to Springfield, I'm a little more cultured, and I tell myself, I'm like, you're not that big of a redneck. And then I go home and I see shit that I'm just like, fuck, this is a bad deal, you know. So, but yeah, my whole family, they shoot guns. They fucking. I was at a party in a shed 2 times before the last time I went back home. We were in a shed party and a huge fight broke out, and it just, you know, this is how I grew up. All these stories and shit. I mean, some of it's comedy, but a lot of the shit I grew up around, you know, people are like, you obviously smoked meth to talk about all this. I'm like, I didn't smoke meth, but all 19 of my cousins did. You know what I mean?
How did
So
you
I've
stay
seen-
out of that? Like, how did?
You had a shed, didn't you?
yeah. I just really never wanted to be around it. You know, I graduated high school. I went to college. I was an EMT and a fireman. So, you know, fucking pulling kids out of meth houses and shit, and just never got into it. Something I really never, there's a lot of close people to me did, but
Yeah. That's damn.
yeah.
I don't think you realize how fucking hard that is.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It's
So
really hard to like be around it
Yeah.
and not be like, just try one time.
yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
you know, the videos aren't really making fun of people. They're, you know, just kind of like, hey, look what you're doing, you know, like,
Yeah, it's like, hey,
This is
I'm seeing
educational.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
So-
seeing this and you're not realizing.
but a lot of people take it as hate. So
See, but that
It's
says
more
more about them than
observational,
it says
I
about
think.
you, though.
yeah.
That's just how I feel. That's my
Yeah.
opinion. It's
Yeah.
just that tells me more where you're at. Like,
Yeah.
nah, man, I'm not hating on you. Like,
yeah.
I'm trying to tell you that. It's like when I make fun of like Puerto Rico and stuff like that. Like I've had people tell me, it's like, hey man, don't be so hateful. I'm like, it's not being hateful. It's just I'm being realistic.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to admit the problem that is going on.
Yeah.
So it puts us in a position. I get what you're saying, man.
Yeah.
That's I feel like. Have you seen Chris Rock's Tambourine?
I think so.
I finally finished it
Yeah.
because there was like a joke that like really pissed me off
Mhm.
where I was like I had to like process it. And I know this sounds stupid, but I was like, oh fuck. Like, and it's only women, children, and dogs are loved unconditionally.
Mhm.
And like that phrase right there was, I was like, Oh fuck! And
Yep.
then obviously there's a punchline, which I'm not gonna ruin it. Go watch it. It's on Netflix. It's fucking amazing. There's an
It is.
extended version of it now.
Yeah.
That he added with like a bunch of shit.
Mhm.
So like I'm probably gonna rewatch it. It's like not probably I'm gonna rewatch it.
Yeah.
I didn't know they added a bunch of shit.
They added,
watch
I
it.
think it was last year or 2 years ago that they added it though. But I've seen that. That's one of like my favorite specials.
Yeah.
Like, is that something you aim for sometimes?
That's the goal. So
That's a goal.
Netflix is the goal. You know, that's really where I want to be. And you know, the videos are fun, but I'm a stand-up comedian before I am a sketch comedian, because that's just how I get people out to shows, is they watch the videos and then I get them out there. And then when they see the show, that's when I like, this is what I do. You know what I mean? And that's the problem with comedy clubs. That's why it's, like we said, it's not hard for me to get into them.
Mhm.
I do my fair share of comedy clubs, but it's just being a Facebook comedian, the Copenhagen Bandit. Oh, you know, it's
Yeah, but
something
a
that
lot of
clubs
people
don't.
started like Dane Cook.
Yeah.
That's what people used to say to Dane Cook.
Yeah.
Like according to what I read, I've never spoken to Mr. Cook or anything, but like that's the thing, right? Like
Yeah.
people were like, "Oh, you're a MySpace
Yeah.
comic
Uh-huh.
or whatever the fuck."
Yeah.
But it's like, like listen, would anybody try to go toe to toe with Dane Cook
Yeah.
comedic wise?
Yeah. And that's why it's, you know, usually my goals when I show up, they have that attitude, and then by the time I leave, they're wanting to rebook me. So as long as I can keep doing that.
Yeah, but
You
you
know,
put
yeah.
asses in chairs, my man.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah, we have,
you
this
put-
year's been very good to us. So we haven't done a show this year that hasn't been sold out.
Oh,
I think
wow,
I think
nice,
that'll
nice.
happen a lot more because people
Yeah.
are starting to go out, especially this summer. I mean, Osage is expanding. I
Yeah.
saw something that Osage was expanding up there. What are they adding? They adding like some shit. You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about, but I don't know exactly what they
Yeah,
call
I
it,
don't
but
I don't have the
they're-
specifics, and I want to.
It's a
That's
very
something.
tourist area, so they're always trying to expand
Dude,
it to
yeah,
more tourists.
there's-
So
Yeah.
There's a shit ton of people there.
Mhm.
Like a shit ton of people. Like all they want to do is they just want to party.
Mhm.
That's why I tell my friends, bro, if you're single, go to Osage Beach
in the summer,
in the summer. In
Yeah.
the summer, yeah, don't go in the winter.
Yeah.
nothing's
It's-
going on in the winter.
Yeah, no,
Nothing,
it
yeah.
fucking it's cold, man. It's
Yeah.
fucking cold.
Yeah.
The cold does not agree with me, Bandit. I'm Puerto Rican, bro. I came to the States too late, my man.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. You ever been outside of the country?
No, never outside of the country. So
Where would you
really,
wanna go?
I didn't leave Missouri much until I started doing comedy.
Where would you want to go?
If I went outside of the country, I don't know. I probably want to go to Mexico, like a safe part of Mexico,
We
if
can
that
make that happen.
exists.
We can make that happen.
Yeah.
We can make that happen.
Yeah, I do, because I like
Yeah.
Mexican food, Mexican women, Mexican beer. I mean, I'm about all
Bro,
of it.
you should call like some of the resorts, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real, because they need entertainment. I'm amazed. One thing I'm amazed you haven't done is a USO show. I'm amazed you haven't done a USO tour.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been
Like-
offered like shows for the troops, but then they just never got back to me.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
That's very weird.
Yeah, we had one at Fort Leonard Wood. They were wanting to do something, but we haven't heard back from them. So, but yeah, you know,
Hmm.
something I would be interested in.
Yeah, the troop shows are you can get wild in those shows, dude.
Yeah, but
Yeah, you can get wild with
Yeah.
veterans.
I'll do about anything for a microphone. Really, I'm kind of a bitch for a microphone. You know, I got this problem. I get drinks in me and I just want to fucking tell jokes. We did a podcast at a bar, a live podcast, and there was like 6 people in there. And I was like, I'm gonna go up here and rip this fucking microphone for about 30 minutes. And Brandon's like, dude, there's 6 people in here. And I was like, no, it's fucking exciting. Ain't it? Let's see if we can make them laugh. And we did.
That's good though.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good approach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember being times that it was like 10 people. It's
Mhm.
like 2 people. It's like,
Yeah.
oh God.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's nerve wracking,
It's
man.
very difficult to make 2 people laugh, especially if they're married.
Yeah.
It's-
Yeah.
Actually,
Because they're already mad.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
You're already mad. Jesus Christ.
But
so
yeah.
yeah, we had one like that.
Yeah, dude. I think a Netflix special. I don't know, man. You thought about like a Paramount or like something?
Oh yeah, I mean anybody, fucking Tebow be
Not
like, hey, you
Hulu.
want to do a special? I'd be like, yeah.
I don't
you
think Hulu would take you. 'Cause
No.
65% of it is owned by Disney.
Yeah.
60%. I'm
Mhm.
sorry. Yeah. So it's like the mouse is gonna be like, what did he say?
know.
Yeah. Well, it'd be a much higher price. Like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've been
that's-
practicing that for voice acting. This
We're,
is one
uh,
thing you should do. Like
voice acting? Yeah.
Yes, I would kill to see a character with you,
Yeah, I've thought about acting.
Like a
I think it'd be something
Letterkenny?
I would enjoy. Yeah.
like a Letterkenny. Dude,
Yeah.
if you did a show about your life, Letterkenny style, oh, bro, it would make. I'm telling you, it would make money, bro. I would watch that. Letterkenny. Ooh, yeah,
Yeah.
that would be, dude.
That would work.
That would work
yeah.
100%.
Oh yeah.
Just like Letterkenny, but the
Yeah.
writing is the only part. That's the only thing I don't like about all those shows and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like we'll talk to like casting directors and we'll talk to like other people, and then it's like the writers are like, "Nah, man, just go read it. I don't want to talk." Like, fucking straight up, dude. Writers are a different breed, man.
Yeah.
It's a different
Yeah.
fucking breed, bro.
I really hate to ask. Is there any way I can pee again?
Yeah, no, we're almost done,
Okay.
Bobby.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're almost done, brother. Hey, man,
That's fine. That's fine.
I appreciate you coming here.
Yeah,
Like,
it's-
for
yeah.
real.
Definitely.
Like, I know you're a busy fucking dude, and we had to, but can you give me the dates and tell everybody where they can find you and follow
Oh,
you?
yeah,
and
we
where
can,
you're gonna be next.
and hire you.
Yeah, we can. Well, we
He's
can
gotta pull
actually.
it up.
Yeah, I'll pull the schedule up because there's
Yeah.
quite a few days here.
Because you're booked till June, right?
Yeah, we're booked up till the middle of June.
That's pretty good. That's really good.
That's pretty good. That's fucking amazing.
Yeah, and a lot of these shows are almost sold out. So if you are listening and want to get tickets, make sure you get them now. So March 5th is Wichita, Kansas at the Looney Bin Comedy Club. March 25th, we're in Memphis, Tennessee. April 15th, we're in Warrensburg, Missouri. April 21st, Oologah, Oklahoma. April 22nd is Enid, Oklahoma. May 5th, Joplin, Missouri. May 20th, Poplar Bluff, Missouri. June 3rd, St. Joe, Missouri. June 10th, Rushville, Illinois, which the first show sold out. So they're on a second show now. And then July 8th, we'll be back here in Springfield.
Are you adding any shows?
Yeah, we're adding a bunch. So we're working on Nashville, New Orleans, and Fort Worth right now. So
Oh,
those will
really?
all get thrown in somewhere
Where's Fort Worth?
right next to Dallas.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Jesus, Fort
It's
Worth,
Dallas,
Dallas,
Fort
of
Worth.
course.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Dallas, Fort Worth.
Air Force.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
Yeah.
Dude, no, man, I appreciate you coming here, dude. I'd
Yeah.
love to have you back.
Yeah,
'Cause I
no, that'd
wanna
be good
know-
for sure.
I want to know what you're gonna do, and like, I think a lot of good shit's coming your way this year, man.
I hope so.
Yeah.
That's what I keep telling everybody. This year's the year, so we can stay
Nah,
away
yeah.
from crazy women and off the drink. We'll be fine. I just
To Copenhagen Bandit, man.